Hello. It's loud. This is Cloud Empress session 5, I believe. We were off last week because we were missing some folks. Um, so recap. Last time was exploring around in Rustbucket, the ruined city. We talked to some birds and found out some stuff about the surrounding areas. Ran into some rival treasure hunting sellswords that we probably wisely avoided. um, Ran into a bunch of weird old robots and graveyard by a rocket launch pad kind of thing. Um, a lot of weird stuff there. But we wound up leaving the Rust Bucket area back into the weeds and came across someone who was restoring slash maintaining an old torturer archive that has thousands of damaged books. And folks decided to hang out for a little bit and help repair. Last time we talked a little bit about what it might look like to start a little base building operation, kind of. So I'm curious what folks' thoughts are about that. We're theoretically spending a week there, and some stuff will happen during that week. But if we want to talk about like what it looks like to kind of establish a base here, I am all for that as well. Um, so yeah, floor is open. What do folks think about that? Have you thought about it at all? Because I have not. I opened up a document and did not write anything in it.
So a base here? Is that what you're asking? Um,
Yeah.
Local hunting, water, sight lines, you know, good places to for scouts to be, especially if they can have cover. Um, a little reconnaissance to the area to make sure there's no real close-in surprises. That's what I'd start with.
About the rest of y'all.
Hmm. I say, damn fine question. Well, it looks like we were all pretty trained with firearms. That's good.
I'll tell you what we do have is to start off with.
Mhm.
Uh, During the beginning of the week, that we are kind of learning to read and managing the volumes and whatnot. Um, During one of the first days, we do get a courier coming by. I don't know if it's a courier that you've met already. This is they introduce themselves. They are loaded down, them and their pack squab. They introduce themselves as Creepy Gro, and they have many items for trade on there, and they are happy to trade for whatever you have at hand. I will post their list here in chat. They've got they got a ladder. They got some sleepy pills. They got a spyglass. They got pet pills. They got a bunch of chalk. They've got a rifle they can trade, a dart pipe, and some rope.
What did they want for Chuck?
What are you offering them? What do you have to trade?
What do I have to trade?
So we have thopter parts. We
Mhm.
have plasteel from the tank. And I think those are our primary things.
What is a dart pipe? It's like a blowgun.
I imagine it's like a blowgun. Let me see if I have stats for it. Bet I do.
Just curious.
Violence.
Got my wrist-mounted pea shooter already, so that's pretty good.
Pea shooter. Yep, that is one thing. Dart pipe is nearby. It does a d10 of damage. It is
Dang.
silent. You can penetrate armor with a speed check, and it can fire poison darts.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. They've got 4 sticks of chalk on hand. They'll gladly take some thopter parts for that chalk.
Okay. Do they have any interest in the plasteel armor?
Yeah, I mean that's a good kind of generic chunk of value. It might behoove you to unload it yourself before word gets out to cloudlings in the area that you've ransacked one of their fallen machines.
Yeah, if we don't trade it, I guess it's still an unknown, but we need to get rid of it soon if we're going to keep it. Is there anything else on the list? Do we have any interest in the spyglass?
I was thinking about that. I also noticed
Yeah.
I have a broken pocket watch with a gold chain. I thought maybe I could trade.
Ooh. Let's take a look. What is the rarity on those things? I think that's the common thing. Dark pipe's common. I'm going to say that plasteel is going to be uncommon, so you're going to get a couple of common items if you want to trade that. The chalk is going to be uncommon, so you can take that batch chalk for one of those lumps of stuff.
Okay. So I'll get the chalk. Someone else get the spyglass.
Yeah, so we'll start with the thopter parts and then work our way, because I don't know. It might be safer if we don't trade the plasteel just because it is.
How many sticks of chalk is it?
4 sticks chalk.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yes,
Right.
I'm trying to find my all of my. Okay, where is my actual screen with what we've got? So what we're talking about is the chalk, the blowpipe, and the
Spyglass I was looking at.
spyglass.
Yeah, I think they throw in the dart pipe and the spyglass for 1 load of plasteel or thopter parts.
Brandon, do you have where did we put the trade goods that we have so far?
We just put them in people's inventory.
Yeah.
Did we? Oh, okay.
I'm going to assume a pack squab can hold 10 more items. Is not listed anywhere.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so I think it's like carry a person's worth of stuff.
Maybe I'll make a pack squab section.
Yeah.
So I guess a question is whether or not we want to take the risk of trading the plasteel, and if not, would they have any interest in let's see what I could do. a food processor?
Yeah, sure. That's an uncommon item as well, I think. They
Because
would be,
before,
they are definitely interested in the plasteel, and they, they're a courier. It is their job to, trade stuff, and they assure discretion. If someone comes asking, they will not say where they got it from.
okay, I guess we can test that out. I guess plasteel and thopter parts then. One of the things I want to ask is the torturer's library.
Mhm.
Does it have a place to connect the food processor to? Processor.
Um, Food processor is, let me get the, see. Food processor process. Um, yeah, I think it is not a like it's more of like a hand cranked item.
Mechanical. Okay.
Yeah, so it's not like it doesn't require electricity or anything.
Oh, okay. I thought it was an electric thing.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll hold on to that.
I think the deal is, let me double check. I think the deal is that it lets you make provisions from meals more easily.
Mm,
So instead
mhm.
of 10, I think it's half, which is pretty nice.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll definitely keep that then. Okay. Is everybody okay with that?
It seems okay to me.
And yeah, Grelfo is it Grelfo? Yeah. Kind of as the trades are going by, looks over the is looking over the archive books, and makes some noises to the effect that they might be worth something, and our archivist like immediately shuts down that idea. Jal is just like, this is important. We are keeping these safe. We're just getting started fixing this place up. Maybe,
Uh,
maybe later you can come borrow some, but
yeah. Mama goes over to Grelko. Once we get the library up and running, then you'll be able to guide uh, cloud tourists out this way on a very selective basis at a high value.
ooh, wow. I mean, once the war dies down, I guess people might be
Yep.
more inclined to see something like this. It'll probably take a little while to get in tourist order. I can set up a gift shop or something. That's a great idea. I'm,
But keep it
I'm
quiet now because the business opportunity is not ready yet.
of course, and I've got some rounds to do. I'll be back in, Tacktown in a couple weeks, so I'll probably be back out here after that. And if y'all have, if y'all have survived out here, I will definitely come back and see how you're doing.
Sounds good. You said the road be with you.
Oh, it's likewise. Let's see. Yeah. So after I think after a night's sleep, or maybe it's during the night even, um it seems like, yeah, I think this is do you keep watches, or do you kind of tuck in for the night, or are you treating this like camp?
I think we keep watches. I know.
Seems, especially with my new spyglass.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
We want to say that you're on watch for a little bit here. Um, and yeah, in the evening time, probably just slightly after bedtime, but before it's too late. Um, You see some folks who look like they are traveling. There's five of them. There is there's just a couple of them, two or three, and they look at first like they are just travelers who are making a late night push of it. But then they don't seem to be moving in any particular direction. And in fact, they seem to be dancing, maybe? Or there some sort of like dancing, drinking, some sort of celebration. They are a ways away. You can make them out with your spyglass.
Just out in the middle of nowhere.
Just out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. Um, in fact, Neus, can I get let me get a mind check from you.
Mind check.
Mind check. And do you have anything? I don't. Yeah, I think just a straight up mind check will do.
Which is a percentile. I'm trying to roll
31 or under.
or under it. That's what I was trying to remember. Okay. That's not under it.
That is not under it. Great. Take a stress.
So stressed.
And I think the way it works is you definitely do see them, and they seem to be carrying on for a while, 15, 20 minutes at least after you start watching them. But at that point, they all kind of stop. And then all three of them turn to look at you, and you are quite far away. And unlikely that they actually see you from that distance. But they all like turn and just look and stare. And then after
definitely stressful,
long-ish pause, an awkwardly long pause, they just start walking towards the library, towards you. What would you like?
How many of them are there?
Three of them.
I think I would definitely alert my companions.
What's going on?
We have three strangers approaching the library, and they were dancing way off in the distance. I was looking at them through my spyglass, and they all three just suddenly turned and looked right at me, even though there's no way could have seen me from that far away. So I don't know. There's something not right about these three.
Sounds like the evil eye has been placed upon you.
I guess then I feel heebie-jeebies.
So I have a question of like, what is the shape of the library, and is it something that we can stay inside and
definitely stay inside? It is a like a two-story building, not huge, kind of like a the size of a bookstore. That doesn't make any sense. A medium-sized building. There's definitely places that you can sleep, secure from the weather and whatnot.
Right.
And I think part of your task this week is rebuilding one of the walls, getting stuff shored up, getting all the books in the right place. But it's definitely a safe place to rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we probably are in this, and this is our current defensive situation.
Yeah.
Momma would have scouted the area, not for military purposes, because that's not her skill set, but she would have scouted the area to see if there were any mystical presences around this area.
None apparent at the time of your scouting.
Okay.
If you would like to do a check now, we can try that. I think that's gonna be a heart check.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't think my heart's as good, but let's see what I got.
It's like checks are hard.
They are.
All my stuff is. I just realized I got to roll below it. That's not. I don't have a very good chance of rolling below anything.
Nope. Unless you have, like, if you have a skill, then you get advantage. You could roll twice.
Oh, true.
Or if you get yourself some fictional positioning, like you do some tacticalizing and strategizing.
Gotcha. So I have mysticism, so I have 2 rolls at a 32. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Find the dice. Do. Come on. Where is it? There it is. Ooh, 47, I guess. No, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Oh, 78 first there.
78 fine.
Assuming you're arsenic.
I guess I am, although I'll just leave it. Sounds interesting. Okay, and then I will roll again. Or not. Do it again. Yep. Now, roll again. Oh, nope.
All right. Take a point of stress.
Yep.
Can you describe what you're doing to kind of examine the place for mystical effects?
So she's actually, to do this, even though it's sort of a dangerous situation, she is going to slip out into the dark
Yeah, yeah.
because she can't really do this from inside the building.
Hmm.
And so at the same time, she's trying to pay attention to, well, like she knows that somebody could be slipping up on us.
Hmm.
Um, and she's going to start from the front towards the people who are looking at us, and then do a circle around the building, probably 50 to 100 feet away from the building.
Yeah.
And she's gonna probably do a combination of, sometimes she closes her eyes, she's
Mhm.
looking for things at the corner of her eye, and then sometimes she's just going to stop and listen, and
Mhm.
she's going to close her eyes, and because mystical things aren't always visual. Like
Exactly.
there are different kinds of things, and she'll just sort of, pay attention to the vibes,
Hmm. Yeah.
or if she's wandering around and she touches something that feels off or odd, she'll examine that. She's using all of her senses, basically.
Yeah. I think at one point when you close your eyes and open them again,
Mhm.
um, one of them is standing right in front of you.
Okay.
And it is clear that, I mean, they are clear a little bit. They're translucent, and their face is just like a flat, glowing, um, seamless. Like there are hints of features in there,
Hmm.
but overall, they are. Um, it ain't natural.
Right.
um, and it like between it being right there up in front of you,
Hmm.
and being clearly unnatural, I think we're going to do a panic check here. I think this is our first
Ooh, a
panic check.
panic check. And then one
How do we
so
do
far.
that? To make a panic check, we roll 1d10. If the result is greater than your current stress, you succeed.
Yeah. Now, do I add a stress before the panic check? Like,
You
seems like,
all before the panic check. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, because there should be an extra stress for opening my eyes and having somebody standing right in front of me.
Mm.
That'll give me a 2 stress.
Just coming face to face with a stranger, terrifying entity.
Yeah. Well, and she she was aware that she might encounter whatever it was. She wasn't expecting whatever this is, but she's not come. Well, we'll see if she's freaked out or not. We have to roll a d10.
But since your stress is low, it shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, you never know. Oh, no
A
problem at
10.
all.
Yeah, you are
Mhm.
cool as a cucumber.
Yeah.
How do you react to this? This is clearly you would know it as a wanderling. It's not an uncommon thing to have heard of in the lowlands here, but more uncommon to actually encounter.
Okay.
They are flip
She
beings, kind of.
is gonna calmly stand there and stay quiet and watch it.
Hmm.
She's not gonna.
And it says it's unclear whether it's male or female or indeterminate. And it's not so much that it speaks, but you do hear the voice,
Okay.
and it asks, um, you have you are the custodian of something very old here.
I'm not the custodian, I'm the assistant to the custodian.
We've been drawn to your archives and would like to return with something.
So you want to deposit a book in the archive?
No, they want to take something.
They would like to leave with something.
Oh, so you want something from the archive and you want to return it to a more proper place. That's what you're saying?
Yes.
Well, let's walk over to the front door and then uh, we'll see if we can arrange a discussion with the custodian. Does that sound reasonable?
I think they will follow you. Yeah.
And before we get close, Mama's going to call out, "No shooting. I have a friend. They're interested in some conversation."
And yeah, if you are summoning Jal will waking up and seeing. Are you inviting them into the archive?
No, she'll stand outside the door with the wanderling, and we'll
Yeah.
just wait peacefully. Well, I will. I know the wanderling.
I think if Mama's the one that kind of went out, I was going to, but if she went out, then I think I would have stayed in. I'm kind of taking up a position of covering them from like a window of the archive or whatever with my pea shooter, not pointing it. I know that's bad in this game, but it's ready. It's a wrist mounted pea shooter. It's ready to go at any time. And I got my spyglass on him.
Nice. When Jal sees them, they get like at first they go a little pale. And then whatever shock they're experiencing like pretty quickly transforms to annoyance, and they're just like, I knew this was going to happen sooner or later. I just didn't expect it before we got everything together. Can you do something about them, please?
Who are these people?
They're just pests. They're just pests from the slip. Just give them a trinket and they'll go away, probably. They can't have any books. You could borrow some later, but you just can't take things from our world.
The custodian has spoken.
Hold on. Mama turns to the wanderling. So what kind, or do you have a particular thing you're looking for, or are you just looking for some privileged knowledge?
They say they're drawn to items that fell into the world from the slip, or are ancient, and have that sort of that essence to them. The archive books would be the easiest thing to take, but if you have something that is slippery or otherwise old in the same way, they might be satisfied with that. And they just stand like arms hanging down, glowing faces, kind of facing the door.
Well,
And I think the other two, you're going to take a point of stress just for seeing them at all.
Yeah.
No panic check, but just ghosts are stressful.
I've seen wanderlings. Yeah.
You know what they
Stressing
can.
me out.
No, they are pests mostly.
I don't suppose you'd like some new books.
Those belong here.
Oh, okay. Uh, I'm trying to think of what I have on me that I could give you because I respect what you're saying. Something from the old time. Uh, would you like a cog or a gear?
From where?
Well, we have found some torturer uh, mechanical parts. We
Hmm.
could give you some of those.
No, are you talking about the ones from Rustbucket?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they'll accept those. Yeah.
Um, I I will tentatively guess that I have at least a little tiny bit of parts left,
Yeah.
and I will give them some parts.
They will accept them wordlessly and turn and walk. And as they walk, they relatively quickly fade away. Back to the slip.
Guess we're going to need to have handouts for people, sort of like that ancient festival of what was it? Howling Weens.
Hogmanay?
What?
You mean Hogmanay? I've never heard of the other one.
I heard there's an ancient festival called Howling Weens.
No, I don't. I've never heard of it.
Hmm. Maybe it's just a lie my family told. My family's very fond of lying. Well, that was exciting.
Speaking of exciting, another day or so passes, and who's hanging out outside? I think, like taking a break from Jowls nattering.
Me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I imagine I probably do a lot of patrolling and
Hmm.
kind of help fortifying, as much as I can, the
Yeah,
exterior and making
you
it secure. And
you have hunting, right?
do I? That's a good question.
I saw hunting somewhere.
I do have hunting.
Great. You definitely then hear this before anyone else, and it is unmistakable. It is the buzzing beating of wings. It is quickly becomes loud. And you can see with your spyglass coming from the north a small swarm of very large imago, a dozen or so.
They go shout to, get inside!
Batten down,
Imago approaching!
batten down the hatches.
We got a swarm of Imago incoming!
So, Mama's, who was inside, is going to when nobody's watching, she's actually going to slip outside and try and find some other place of shelter
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because she's concerned that if we're all in one place,
Yeah,
that might sort of get us pinned down. So she's going to be hiding in some trees
yeah.
or something.
I don't think the library's got a lot of chalk in it, does it?
Got a little bit. Um,
Well, just in case
Just about,
it's the target. Just in case that's what they're coming after, I think I'll make myself scarce too.
yeah, yeah. Um, that is very interesting. I think Stormy, can I get a reality save from you?
Sure.
And I think you can make that with advantage because of your mysticism.
Okay, here we go. Oh, that would be a 48, which I don't think.
42 is what we're looking for.
Okay, so it didn't get it the first time. Let's try again. Oh, 05.
Oh, 05. Fantastic. How do you normally, so you've traveled around and
Yes.
you're a lifelong chalk user. What's your usual procedure for kind of securing the smell of the chalk from other magicians, but definitely Imago?
Oh, I use these big old cartridge cases
Hmm.
that I found. I think they're like originally from artillery small artillery rounds or something like that.
Hmm.
But they make nice things for the chalk, and they screw on tight. And if you wash down the outside, it kills the smell of the chalk pretty good.
Nice, nice. Um, yeah, so it's I don't no one else has chalk, right? Is that true?
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think
Unless
so.
Moss did.
That's good. Um, yeah, one, two. Oh, Rook. Yeah, I'm like, who isn't here? Rook is not here. Rook also has no chalk. Great. Yeah. So the Imago do kind of buzz around the area for a while. I think everyone's going to take another point of stress just for them being so close.
Oh yeah.
They are full grown Imago. They are
Oh,
the size of very large horses, and don't they don't really bother the library building itself, the archive. They do like make they make runs by. Uh, they move awfully fast, and it they can't hover, but they do. It seems like they do swing by several times as if sniffing it out. Um, but eventually, after a couple stressful hours, they do eventually continue moving south. Um, I think you may have noticed that one or two of them were wounded, like they missing a leg or their wings were tattered, as if they had been shot at or attacked or something by someone nearby. But they do leave without further incident.
oof.
How do we get rid of stress when that happens?
You get rid of stress by resting.
Mhm.
So you will, let's see, since we are hanging out here, this is a safe place. You can rest, and basically 2 stress overnight you're gonna get rid of.
Except that what we really want to do is find somebody to have new conversation with, because then we can convert the stress into
Exactly.
experience points.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, since you're kind of like at a safe place, stress is gonna drip away over days. But you will have someone new to interact with tomorrow. In fact, in the morning, you are who's up in the morning, do you think? Who
Probably
Uh,
Mom gets up pretty early.
gets up earliest?
Sure.
Yeah, Mama, you are not awakened and not even startled, but and it's been a few days, and you've got some makeshift shelter wood or whatnot up on the sides of the building, so it's not open now.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
but in the light of the sunrise, um, there are a few sets of curious eyes peering in, kind of to see if this is a safe place to stay.
Activity around this place.
There is. It's a people do walk around here. It's near a battle zone. um, and it's pretty clear that these are cloudlings peering in. And I think once they realize that there are people inside, you hear a little bit of discussion outside, and then there is a rapping on the front door.
Okay, Mama's going to wake up whoever's next guard duty.
Me.
Yeah, Stormy. And after Stormy has a chance to get up, Mama will, hello? Who's
Hello.
there?
Is this building occupied? Can we take shelter
Yes.
here?
Uh,
It is occupied, but for how long do you need shelter?
Just for the day, probably not for too long, hopefully.
Are you peaceful?
Yes, we've thrown down our arms.
Mama looks.
I don't see one. I don't see why not. I've got my rifle out just in case.
If we let them in, will it be immediately obvious that this is a library, or is it possible for us to give them some space without the library being visible?
I think it's pretty obvious because there's you're in the middle of repairs and there's stuff
Yeah, yeah.
everywhere.
Hmm.
I mean,
People
yeah,
need
it's
shelter,
fine.
Mama.
Taking a shelter in a library.
Yeah, I know. They go open their mouths about it.
Well, I mean, I guess he probably eventually does want people to
Yeah.
know there's a library here.
Okay.
But also, I mean, it's an ugly world out there. You can't just refuse people because you think
And we could, not that's a big deal, I think, either way. We could just ask them, like, hey, by the way, we're under renovation. So, like, try to keep it quiet for now. We're not quite ready for, word to spread of the Grand Library.
Mhm.
Okay. Mama's gonna open the door with Stormy covering her,
Yeah.
and be welcome, guests. Uh, we're not ready for business yet, but we can give you some shelter.
We're not here for business. We just need a place to rest for a few hours. Um, Question: what is Rook up to while is Rook at work at repairs, or have they?
he's reading.
Yeah, he's just reading somewhere. Great.
I think he's
Yeah,
reading. It's a library.
Yeah.
yeah. I think Rook will be like going through the books and trying to get a sense
Yeah,
of what's there and stuff.
Mm.
helping to catalog.
Yeah.
What about Tears? Is Tears just off doing things like that too?
Yeah.
Pearson's also trying to figure out it's all in torturer, old language, so it's not immediately readable. Um,
Well, and
so
also, like, Mama is definitely working on the physical infrastructure,
yeah,
and I would imagine that the librarian and Tears are sort of helping with that a little bit.
yeah. It is a five cloudling soldiers.
Mhm.
They are not carrying arms, and they look like they haven't slept in a day or two. The one up front introduces themselves as Papa Lance.
Hey, we got a
Um,
mama and a papa.
That's right.
oh, Mama! Wow. Wow. Um, I'm sorry, I can't stay longer. We are you don't look like you are cloudling or farmerling. Definitely a
Well,
sellsword, right?
we are a diverse community of people who are interested in knowledge. So we have cloudlings and we have farmerlings and we have people who just wander. We have a mix of people here.
I have
We,
a sellsword.
we do have some cloudlings that are busy working on the library, but they will not bother you. They are not a part of the expedition.
Oh, good. Like they all the tension goes out of their body when you say that.
Yeah.
Are
Um,
you all? Were you all part of the expedition? Is that
we we were are I guess I mean we're trying not to be.
Hmm.
It is it's a
not
bloodbath
going?
up there, and I don't know. I mean, I don't want to speak for everybody, but we just thought it was. I mean, I don't know about the right thing to do. We were told that it was a thing to do. That cloudlings, Imago or not, Empress or not, it's a way. It's almost like sport for a lot of us, just showing that we're better than the lowlanders. And friends, we are not. Wow. Um, I've seen so many of my and he just stops and then just like starts breaking down crying.
Yeah,
Like,
Mama goes over and
Okay,
gives him a hug.
all right. You guys, why don't you guys bed down? Do you have water?
we some dirty water we found out there, but we if you have more water, we could definitely use it.
There's a couple. Those two big jugs there are clean. Help yourselves. Um, and you guys can sleep over here. Just stay out of the way of people working. Okay.
Do you think it's safe to
Uh,
sleep over? I mean, we don't want to put you out, but we
No,
also
no,
don't
we
want to.
keep watch. Don't.
don't worry. Don't worry. We've got to watch. Um, is it safe? I don't know. I mean, we're out here in, we're out here in the wildlands, but
Yeah.
it's
Gotta
safer
get
than many places. And you're not gonna and if you keep going without sleep, you're going to die. So,
You haven't seen any bugs around, have you?
Oh yeah.
yes, we have. They fly over periodically.
How?
You all aren't carrying any significant amount of chalk, I hope.
No, don't touch the stuff.
Okay, then you ought to be then you ought to be fine. Because they're mostly after chalk or people that are attacking them.
Yeah, mostly from my experience, people who have been attacking them, like hundreds of people who were attacking them.
Well, stay inside where they can't see you.
Yeah. Do you
Get
mind
some
if we
rest.
um we appreciate it.
There's a couple of if you behind that door there's some old blankets you can use those. Um, we're pretty makeshift around here right now. We're just trying to put the building back together.
I get it. Do you have any, I mean, I guess we can talk more about it when we wake up. We just need to sleep for a couple hours, I think. But if there's any extra clothes that don't look like this that we can change into, or
Maybe we're not heavy on extra clothes, but we might be able to scare something up. But why don't you just get some sleep?
yeah, we
We'll
appreciate
talk
it.
about it. We'll talk about it when you're feeling better.
And after almost no time, they are zonked out snoring in a corner somewhere.
Right.
Um, they will sleep as long as you let them. How long do you let them sleep?
Well, let them sleep at least 8, 10 hours. I mean, if
Yeah.
they've been walking, they've probably been walking straight for a couple of days.
Let them sleep.
Um,
They're doing no harm.
And I'm going to suggest that Tears maybe spend time sort of thinking about how to be able to modify their clothing so that it doesn't look like military clothing so much.
Yeah, yeah.
And she's got the crafting skills for
or make them, or maybe you can use some of the spare blankets to make them a couple of top coats or something so they can have something to at least cover up with.
Yeah, yeah. And they definitely sleep through the night and into late morning. And I think that is when Neus, with your spyglass, sees from the north approaching a small. How big is a regiment? I don't know, about
regiment is
18
pretty
people?
large.
Yeah, 18 or so.
That's a company
A
or
troop.
It's a company,
Yeah,
yeah.
a company.
platoon even.
Regiments 300 or
Yeah.
to 500
Oh yeah, yeah.
people.
Then a small company of cloudling soldiers who are clearly still in the military,
Right.
marching in relatively formal order. There is
Okay.
a captain and a couple other officers there, and they are headed towards the library.
Okay. Well, if we're gonna have to hide them, I've
Yeah.
seen this before.
Tell me
Seems prudent.
Yeah.
Should I go out and meet them?
Uh, we're better off having Lord Rook talk to the regulars. We
Oh,
need
good
to
point.
send one or two people out with the our foundlings and keep them safe.
Let's hide them. There's
Should be plenty of places in this large library.
No, not in the library.
Upstairs
That's
might be good, but yeah.
yeah. Let's see if we can slip out the back door and get them a little ways away from the
there's
library.
there's not. Is there? How's the landscape for hiding?
It's this is the weeds, so it's pretty scrubby, up and down. There's
So not great.
yeah, it's pretty.
Oh,
It's
oh,
not it's bad for sight lines, but it's also bad for traveling quickly.
so from scouting around what Mama saw, are there any places that are really hard to get into, like
Oh
thorn?
yeah. There's like scrabbly,
Yeah. So
boulders with thorns and stuff around them.
if somebody wants to come with me and keep watch, maybe Stormy, you come with me,
Yeah, I'll come with you.
and Neus and Lord Rook can meet the soldiers, and
Mm.
we'll go play the rabbit and the fox game. We're gonna go into the briars.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And Neus, you know, if they, uh, if they, they say they want to search for these people, encourage them to search the library. Let them go through the whole goddamn building, looking for people who aren't there. So just say, okay, well, if you want to search, we're not going to stop you. Kind of thing.
What's the season again?
It is spring-ish.
Okay, so there are berries.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll hide them in the thorn patch, and then we'll just be collecting berries.
Cool. And that's you and Stormy doing that?
Yeah.
Who has the better speed? Let's get a speed check from Stormy. See if we can get them out there safely.
Okay. Here, dice.
50 shot.
No.
Ooh, yeah.
That was a terrible roll.
Great. So take stress for that. Neus, as you and Rook are getting ready to meet them, not too far away, the captain kind of points at one of the officers and points off in the direction that Stormy and Momma went, and one of the officers takes a half dozen men and heads in that direction, and the others come to the library.
Wait, I'm just curious. To get my head around the system, didn't you just roll under your speed, which is good?
No, I rolled a 98. I'm rolling 2d10s.
Oh, I see. I was looking at the total.
Oh, yeah.
Because I roll a D100, so it actually shows my total.
Yeah, I
was
confused.
Prefer
to roll the 2d10.
I dig it.
So I rolled a 98.
That's why I was confused. I was like, wait a minute, 17's not good?
No, 98 is quite bad.
98, yeah, that's bad. Got you.
So yeah, seeing that there's a detachment going off in that direction, Neus, and let you speak for Rook as well. What do you do when the commander bangs on the door imperiously?
What is sort of like Rook's relationship with these types of people? Like,
I think relatively good. Like he's not a soldier.
That's what I thought. Like it wouldn't be weird for us to be like accommodating and friendly to them or anything.
Yeah.
Okay. Greetings. I'm afraid we're not quite open for business yet. Can we help you out with something?
We're not here for trade. We're here looking for deserters. Captain Sapphire.
Pleasure to meet you, Captain Sapphire. I'm Neus, Rook.
Have you seen any deserters?
No, the only people we've come across recently are some. Do I even know what to call those translucent people?
You can
wanderlings.
You can call them wanderlings.
Yeah, the only people we've encountered recently are some very creepy wanderlings who came here wanting handouts.
Likely, and he just he doesn't even ask. He just points inward and gestures to one of the officers, and he leads a half dozen men in and starts not tearing the place around, but not being careful about it.
But if we could just ask, please have a little care. These are some, the curator has spent a lot of time curating all these collection of books.
Not my concern.
But obviously, look anywhere you want to look.
What's your business? What are you doing here?
We're helping to get this place in order and organized, and just having a nice place to shelter when Mago come flying over.
Huh. It does look like it might be defensible. We could probably use it.
Yeah, well, it's been pretty bad condition. I mean, we've been trying to make best do, but
I don't mind conscripting you to get it fixed up so we can use it as a defensive position against the bugs. Unless you have an objection to that.
Well, I mean, it's not it's the what's his name? Jawl?
Jawl, yeah.
I mean, Jawl was the one here first, and he was nice enough to allow us in. It's not really my say. It's not my building to give any kind of say so or not. I mean, obviously, Jawl. See how Jawl feels about this.
Jawl is not happy. In fact, he is fussing at one of the soldiers who is being rough with some stacked books. But as you see that, um, one of the soldiers returns, one of the officers returns with one of the deserters' overcoats and presents it to him. And Sapphire says, "It looks like you have had some deserters here."
Not since I've been here. It's just we've been here but a couple of days.
You know, lying's not going to help you. We are going to
What
get them, and
reason?
if anyone has, if we find direct evidence of you assisting them, the penalty is quite severe, especially for people like you.
What reason would I have to lie about such a thing?
I know what you people are like down here. No respect for rules.
Make a lot of assumptions about us.
Yes, assumptions that generally bear to be true. Meanwhile, um, I assume that you are keeping a lookout as you're hiding there.
Oh yeah.
And they
Well,
are
we're not hiding. We're just picking berries.
just picking berries. Yeah.
The soldiers have been stashed into
The briar
the
patch.
briar patch. Yeah.
They are not being at all discreet about approaching you. And a sergeant-ish type person approaches. Who's the more official? Probably Momma. But it looks like they're grown up in the group. Approaches you a little bit brusquely, but also seems a little wary. Says, we've been told that deserters have been this way. Have you seen anyone?"
Oh, we've seen people pass for a
Two different groups.
couple different.
Um,
Looking for a Mago, they come this way too.
Mago. Fuck.
no, there were. Let's see. There was one group of four, one group of three. We think the second one was in the night, and I don't remember.
The group of four might be there if they lost someone. Have there been a Mago nearby
Oh yeah.
lately?
There was a group.
Today?
There,
I think
yeah,
it was
a half
yesterday.
dozen full-grown imago yesterday
Yep.
made some heavy passes over this area, but I guess they didn't find enough to pique their interest. But there must be some chalk in these hills.
Sapphire, this was a bad idea. Look,
You want some berries? We've been harvesting berries.
oh yeah, that would be great. Sapphire's been marching us pretty hard, and all of them kind of like,
Yeah, help yourselves.
big
Watch the berries stain pretty good, so watch your fingers.
oh yeah. So which direction did that group of four go?
Well, we did have one. Speaking internally, we did have one group of deserters go, and they went to the southeast, if memory serves.
Southeast.
And so, yeah, they pretty much seem to want to get anywhere, but anywhere to the south. But they went down over. You see the three hills? They went down in that general direction. I couldn't tell you exactly what track they might be using. What's going on?
We're just after deserters. There's been after the fight up north. It's been a lot of us has been a lot of them have been hightailing it instead of dying gloriously for the.
Y'all have any wounds?
You've been fighting fights with. Yeah, are you all? I have some medical knowledge. Is anyone hurt?
Oh no, not here. Anyone? I mean, there's a lot of people that were hurt. We got lucky going on this fox hunt. But yeah, anyone who got hurt is in several pieces. So
Oh,
You were
that's
fighting imagos, or were you fighting those
fighting
strange,
amagos.
strange people who were wearing imago? Who looked like wearing imago armor. We
yeah. We
heard
saw
some
some of those
stories.
too.
Yeah, we saw some of those. Not that far from here, honestly. That was something I had heard of, but I'd never seen them before with my eyes.
They sort of unfortunately uh, attacked a patrol camp, and we came upon the dead.
Oh, we were told those were bugs.
No, they weren't bugs. They were people dressed like bugs.
People dressed like bugs.
Well, there have been real bugs here too. I mean, don't, so we don't know, but that camp ambush to the north were people. But we didn't come anywhere near them because uh, there were a lot of them.
Well,
Yeah.
you said they head southeast.
That the one group southeast, I couldn't tell you the ones that passed in the night. I couldn't tell you where they were going.
I
I
mean,
think most people want to get away from the fighting and they want
I
to
mean,
get
they were all
out.
traveling north to south. That's for sure.
Yep.
Is all the fighting in the north?
most of it is, and honestly, anything that takes us farther away from the battlefield is probably good. So,
Yeah, I mean,
um,
we've had some imagos flying over here, but there haven't been any battles this far south, as far as I know.
don't um, don't shoot any of them. That even if it's just one, even if it's just a small one, they word to the wise. Even if you're able to take one down, and even if you are able to squeeze some chalk out of it, there's always more behind.
And I hear that they call each other. Is that true?
I mean, if you ascribe intelligence to them, I suppose,
No, I mean, but even if they're not intelligent, I mean, they call each other uh,
like animals.
like birds do. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's go tell Sapphire that they headed south and just get the fuck out of
Sorry,
here.
who's Sapphire?
Oh, our commander.
Okay.
Well, good luck to you. Stay safe. There's a lot of violence out here.
Mind if we take some more berries?
Ah, here.
No, help yourself. The bushes are coming into are setting fruit just now. There's plenty.
Oh,
There's more than, in fact, it's probably more than we can pick.
maybe we'll rummage around in them on the way down. Um, cool. Let's go ahead and take our first break before going back to the archive there. Let's do 8 minutes, I guess. Come back at 10 after. Sweet. So, Neus, what are you doing in response to the captain finding the deserters' jackets here in the archive?
Good question. Does it, I'm taking it, like, does it have, is there some specific way that he can tell it's one of these deserters and not just, any soldier's jacket?
It probably has like insignia from their division or whatever.
I'm trying to figure out if my street savvy could come into
Oh,
play here somehow.
yeah.
Um, I can think of a way.
How's that? I'm open.
You'd say a trader came and sold us a bunch of jackets.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's a good, I like that. I feel like,
Then and they seem like
yeah,
they seem like decent jackets, so we gave them.
exactly. That's a great, because we did, and that is true. We did just have a trader come through.
Did, yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, we had, well, I mean, look, let's be honest, pretty nice jacket. And I always kind of really liked that military look. And we had a trader come through here, so we had some stuff he was interested in. We got like a spyglass off him, just some basic supplies. Got this coffee beans here, and I saw that jacket, and I thought, pretty sweet looking jacket.
Let's get a heart check, right? Because that's do you feel like you're trying to sway him emotionally or logically, I guess?
I'm thinking logically, just like,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
that makes sense.
Let's
You
go for a
know,
mind check then.
You
uh,
give him street savvy.
Oh yeah, street savvy. I think that'll work.
Okay, so you'll get 2 rolls.
2 rolls to try and get under. You said
31.
mine.
31 or under.
First roll does not do it. Second roll.
Come on.
Hey, an 18.
Fucking yeah. So you
Great.
had put just the right amount of sleeves on it.
Yeah.
He looks you up and down for an uncomfortably long time, and sort of like watches the other the other soldiers continue to ransack a little bit. But eventually, like snatches it away from the officer who gave it to him. It says a traitor. Do you remember the traitor's name?
We didn't really exchange names. We just exchanged goods.
Hmm.
You can describe him.
Oh yeah, if you describe him, he'll be like, "Oh yeah, that's creepy. What's his name? Um, he's in the area. That makes sense. That makes sense."
But at the same time, like, I don't know if I want to sell out the trader. I don't know if I want him going finding that trader, going, "Hey, where'd you get that jacket? What jacket? What are you talking about? What?" All traders look, man, we traders. Pay attention to them.
No, we'll keep an eye out and see if anyone is. I think at that point is the contingent who is over in the brambles comes back, berry stains on their mouths and hands. Says they saw them missing one. I think one must have, I don't know, fallen along the way. They're heading to the south. We should get on them before the trail gets cold. Like realizing what he's saying is like, oh, we have to keep going. Okay, great. Better than getting eaten alive by a mago though. So Sapphire is not happy. He makes sure the soldiers kick over a couple, stacks of books as they leave.
Does that? I mean, do I get to keep the jacket?
This is property of the expedition.
Oh man, I traded some good coffee beans for that jacket.
You're lucky I don't take you in for harboring stolen goods.
Stolen? I figured you got killed in battle and somebody found the jacket.
Oh, scavengers, even worse.
All right, take your jacket and get out of here.
They storm out.
Well, they're pleasant.
They are not pleasant. They knocked over my books. That's going to take another day just to.
But hey, nobody got killed, so I'll score that as a win.
This time taking hours off my life. It's basically like killing me.
Hey, they could have taken your books or like burned them.
I would fight to my last breath.
Well, I have a feeling you against a company of men. I mean, should somebody go tell our guests that it's safe?
Yeah. After all the soldiers fuck off, what do
wait a good long time?
Yeah.
And then wander off in their direction, make sure they're no one's coming back.
Yeah, it seems like they are long gone.
All right, and we'll roust our guests out of their uncomfortable hiding place.
That was them. You saw them, right? Dicks.
Total dicks.
We cannot thank you enough. I don't know. There's nothing we can do to repay you.
No, it doesn't matter. Just go. You can't stay around here. I mean, if they come back, we'll have nothing. And we were lucky not to get caught this time.
They went that way.
Just save yourselves. Save yourselves.
Sorry, they took your jacket.
Oh, I mean, I would have had to get rid of it eventually, sooner rather than
Yeah, you want to strip those jackets off. They're a little. I mean, not here. Lose those jackets. They're this opportunity.
You could probably use those to throw them off the scent, like
Oh,
Drop
Uh,
those
don't.
somewhere and go the other way.
oh,
Drop
Don't.
those somewhere and go the other way.
that's a good idea.
Anyway,
Which way do you suggest they go, east or west?
which
Back,
way did they go?
the people searching for them went south, and the fight is back up north. So back like towards the breadbasket or towards Rustbucket. Do you think they should?
Back towards the breadbasket if you can find a way across the wall without
Oh, we can't go
going
to the
through.
snack, but maybe we can skirt along the wall to the north. I know it's not complete up there, so and maybe we can pass ourselves off as farmers or something.
Yeah, or remember, this is the season for for wanderers who are out looking for chalk and things like that. So,
It's true.
So
you
before you go, we're going to set you up like proper farmerlings.
Okay.
And the first thing we need to do is we need to scruff up your hair some.
I
that's the truth.
but
I think there's some clay outside that'll do.
oh
Oh, speaking of which, have you seen this farmerling? Show them a picture of that disappeared farmerling I've been looking for
ooh.
forever.
Good.
I'm gonna make a roll. Let's see if I give him probably not a great chance, but you never know.
Kind of a little side mission I'm
Oh
pursuing.
no, I mean they all kind of blur together, to be honest. We don't really pay attention much to farmers.
Yeah, sure.
So the next thing we need to do is make some walking sticks for you so
Walking
you can
sticks
look casual. Uh,
for weapons.
well, if you want to hit people with them, that's your business. But like when you're on the ground for all your life, you sort of get used to, you know, appreciating some little extra aid.
Yeah, I mean we're still young, so
What I'm telling you is down here, people learn early to use things to help them out. You look like somebody who spent a lot of time uh, in a nicely, how can I say, in with streets that are clean and lack clutter.
I mean
Down on
Delta
the
City gets a
ground,
little bit rough during tourist season, but I guess you're right. Yeah,
yeah. So what you need to do is you need to look like you're comfortable living on the land.
so just roll around in the dirt a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, and uh, if you find any bags or whatever, or just scrap. Like down here, we're always looking for the extra little thing to get us along, just when something happens.
Mm.
So she starts pulling out twine. She starts pulling out little scissors. She's got some of the berries. She's got, stones to make fire if she doesn't have some other source of heat. Um, and she's trying to give them a lesson in how to just live with the land.
Mm.
And she tells them a couple of different kinds of plants that are safe to eat. And so she goes and shows them the berries and and some other things. She's trying
Stormy's
to
not
give them
going to
a chance.
interrupt, but Stormy doesn't think too much of all this.
She's trying to give them a chance to survive. And part of
Mm.
it is not looking like you own. Oh, by the way, when you meet other people, don't treat them like dirt
Oh, okay.
Oh,
because
and drop some of the consonants at the end of your words.
Consonants. All right.
Yeah. So in other words, say thinking, not thinking.
Thinking,
No, thinking, thinking.
thinking, thinking.
Walking, things like that. People to live on the land don't speak the way they do up in the clouds.
They
It's a
should
soft,
certainly
it's
do.
a softer, less clipped tone. That'll anyway. Um,
welcome to the real world, boys.
and here's We made up some food for you.
Oh, you didn't have to. I mean, we
Oh,
appreciate it.
You'll
oh,
have a
Uh,
better chance of you'll have a better chance of making it have something in your bellies.
appreciate it. There we go.
Um,
That's it.
but um, but then I'm afraid you're going to have to be on your way until you've managed to to get far enough away from from your regiment
From everything.
for
Yeah.
a long enough period of time. You're a threat.
I mean, give them long
Um,
enough, they'll all be bug food anyway. So, all
yeah,
right.
but in the meantime, they can cause anyone who harbors you a lot of harm. So be careful.
You seem like you've been around a lot, and that's a really, that's good advice is hard to come by. Feel like we were sold a bill of goods, and it's nice to meet real people down here. The
Yeah, well,
stories are not true, I guess.
some of the stories are true, but a lot of them aren't. Um, People down here are people just the same as anywhere for the most part.
Well, not the
Some of
same as
them are
Belgium.
good, some of them are bad. Um, no one has a monopoly on virtue.
All right. Well, if we cross paths again, I hope the lowlands treat you better than they've treated a lot of others.
well, it partly depends on what you come to give. If you give pain, you're probably going to receive some pain.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Anyway, good luck to you. If you make it, well, maybe we'll see you around in Tacktown or someplace.
Tacktown. Tacktown. All right. Tacktown it is.
Yeah, but you can if you young people like you're young and you look like you can work, you can probably find a job in Tacktown.
All right.
Um,
Yeah,
okay,
they will depart.
I mean, I'll get their names.
Yeah.
Um,
Lance is the
and
only one I got a name for, but yeah, yeah,
that's
you'll
fine.
have them.
We'll just get their names
Yeah.
and say, good luck, fellas. Um,
Good luck with your library.
yeah, it's shaping up pretty good.
Yeah. It is shaping up pretty good. Yeah, I think y'all can get rid of all of your stress. The next few days are pretty uneventful, and you get to put your nose to the grindstone and get the walls up, um, get the shelves back up.
And you can so you can turn your stress into stats
Yeah, yeah.
because
There's been some
those
interesting
are new
growth here.
people.
Yeah. You can turn up to four. I think everyone got, yeah, whatever stress you want to get rid of, you can turn that into stats or saves, and change the blue or green ones so all your bonuses get hooked up.
Hmm. Nice. Reality, fear, and body are saves, and the other ones are stats.
Yeah.
Mm.
Um, nice lying, Neus. That was going to be ugly if I didn't believe you.
Yeah, it was
After I've heard the whole story,
dicks, major dicks.
Yeah, well, and unfortunately, guys with guns who know how to use them.
How's that? That
Um,
Rook's not that big of a dick.
Rook's not. Rook's kind of broken inside in some ways. Um, we don't know what he was like before his grief. And not all the Cloud Lords are assholes. Um, but a lot of them have a very, very different view of the people down on the ground than you or I do. They don't know any better. and they're taught since a young age that their own society is superior.
It's tough when you're in situations like that where you just got to
surprising.
suck it up.
Well, unfortunately, when you're up against a lot of guys with better weapons than you do, yeah.
Exactly. Whipping out the old pea shooter would not have ended well for me, I think.
It would not have.
And you can't help but remarking this, by the way, that Stormmeat seems to know more about this sort of thing than you'd expect just from some crowd like her age. There's some history there. Clearly.
Stormy, did you give yourself that spell that Jal had?
I did.
Okay, cool. Yeah, the week finishes up. I think your everything is getting in good shape. Jal actually pulls out a bottle of something, some sort of wine adjacent thing. Celebration. He's like, everything's not, exactly the way it needs to be, but everything is in order enough that I can manage this, and start, doing the work of the scholarly work of actually cataloging things in book. I don't need, no offense, untrained hands that much anymore, but you've been an incredible help. And he shares around.
No, but you will need to hire yourself a couple of security people.
Oh, you think so?
I do think so. Not everybody who comes through here is going to have benign intent. This is a pretty rough and ready area for the time being, especially while fighting is going on.
I don't suppose any of you want to stay here for a length of time.
No, we've got to be moving on, but
why do we need to be moving on?
Well,
I mean, are you planning on going back to this like tack town or something with your person who's hiding out?
Oh yeah, I guess Silver has been also present.
Well, we haven't decided.
Personally,
but we have a lot of goods that we need to offload.
Actually, we don't have that many goods left.
We've got, I don't know, at least half a dozen.
Is there something you want to buy? Tell you what, you want to go back to the city, you're going to go back to Tech Town, that's fine with me, but I'm staying out here. If you have me, sir, I can help rebuild things, and I can read already.
Oh, I mean,
I want to go
time to understand the language, but
I want to go check out the elevator.
Well, sure, there are things we can do here. And I want to get some more thopter parts, and we'll get some old stuff that you're not interested in so you can trade them to the wanderlings when they come by.
Hmm.
Do they come by often?
I've seen lights here and there, but no one's ever brought them this way. So I suppose I have to get some ghost bodyguard as well somehow. I'm sure I'll figure something out. But I'm happy to have the help.
I still have business in this area, so I'm in favor of staying.
Well, you're welcome to.
What business do you mean?
Well, there's the mystery of the robot elevator.
Yeah, no, I want to check that out too.
And there are a whole bunch of mechanical parts in that place with the thopters. There's got to be something we can build with that, and you can always trade something.
I don't disagree, but if we're out for those things, we're not helping to protect and secure the library here. That's why I'm saying getting a couple of folks who live here and whose job it is to keep the library safe would probably be a good idea. That's all.
Well,
I mean, while we're here, sure, we'll do our part.
it sounds like you have a desire to go looking for something.
Well, those the Rustbucket areas are nearby, but they're not right here. And eventually, yes, I do.
I believe Tears expressed an interest to stay here at the library as well. So there will be at least one person.
We're not saying that we're not going to go over back to the Rustbucket. I mean, that's the neighborhood. I just don't want to head north where the fighting is right at the moment because I
Oh
don't
no,
see
there's
a reason
nothing.
to die.
There's nothing there except trouble. Well, no, let's take a look at Rustbucket, and then we can decide about the rest later, and we don't all have to make the same decision either.
Neus, are you on watch again? This not, are you like the watch guy with your spyglass?
Seems like it. Yeah, always trying to shore up security as well.
Yeah. Um, a bit after sunset, you hear what sounds like imago wings again,
Ah, son of a bitch.
coming in low, but you don't see any imago. Let me get a mind check from you.
Mind check. Was it just straight up or
Yeah.
any skills apply?
Or yeah, I think it's straight up. Just keeping watch.
Negative, sir.
Sir, take a stress, please. You do see, however, you're kind of like scanning the skies for Mago. They tend not to travel at night, I don't think. But you actually kind of like make a wider sweep and see, over there's brambles and hills and boulders and stuff nearby, and kind of like peeking out over several of them, kind of scattered around. You see about a dozen, what look like tiny imago, juvenile imago, kind of peeking out from behind these rocks, sitting very still. You can see their little eyes glinting in the whatever low light there is.
In our experience, like, do we know them to be particularly aggressive or just more like, when there's chalk, they go for chalk?
They go for chalk. If someone's being violent, they will go for them as well. They tend not to show a lot of interest in people unless they're being bothered. These ones seem to be like kind of, as a hunter, you would say stalking maybe, but definitely like watching with interest. As the lights in the archive go out, as folks
How many of them you said?
about a dozen, kind of like arranged around. And the buzzing is not constant. It's more like an occasional like clattering. And they just seem to be sitting there, not flying around or crawling.
I would definitely quickly spread the word. Be
How
on
big
alert.
are these? Big are these guys?
You said tiny, Mark? Or man, for Imago, that is?
Yeah, person sized maybe.
And juvenile imago are full-fledged, right? They have wings?
Yeah.
Okay. So why are these guys creeping around? There's no significant amount of chalk around here. We already established that.
I'm just trying to deduce whether it'd be a good, I'm leaning towards bad, good or bad idea to like not attack them or anything, but just sort of let them know I know they're there and be like, hey, maybe shoo shoo in a like non-confrontational, non-threatening way, but just like, I see you, buddies. How about
Um,
you are muted, Teal.
So as you do that, Mama puts a hand on your shoulder. It's like, that's very nice. And she goes outside.
I'm gonna go outside too. I want to get a read on these guys.
She's going to walk towards them slowly.
Mm.
With
They pop, down behind where they're hiding, and you
Yeah.
hear them like rustling and clattering around, but they're definitely like they're trying to maybe not successfully not be seen. They're
Can I
kind of
can I get
clumsy
a
noise.
can I get a read on these guys?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I have mysticism too, if that helps.
It is. I mean, I don't even think you need a roll to see like these are not acting like regular Imago, for sure. Um, if you had to guess, you would probably guess they're similar, if not the same kind of guys that are like the cosplayer guys that y'all saw before.
Okay,
The what are they called? Huskers.
the Huskers. Yeah, that's what you figured. Mama,
Yeah.
these are Huskers.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. You mind if I offer them some berries?
Let's talk to them first and find out what their intentions are.
Okay.
Hey, you all.
When
You hear like some like hushed like quick hushed talking as they kind of clatter around.
we
Um,
know you're there.
and then
Hey, we know you're there. We're not going to be we're not angry at you unless you've come here to be hostile.
and
But we
then you hear them
wonder
like
what the heck you are here for.
clattering their stuff together and going like clack 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 clack.
Um, you're going to have to speak. You're going to have to use words if you want to communicate.
Let me get a heart check from you.
Sure. Not too likely, but not impossible. Nope. 40
No.
out of 30. Alas.
Um, yeah, I think. Well, let me see if I think that's probably what they're gonna do. Do, 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 do. They pop their heads, or one of them at least pops their heads up, and like, and they yell, "Are you with the expedition? We saw soldiers
No,
here."
no, they were passing through looking for deserters. We sent them on their way.
Fuck.
If I
You
can
want
tell
some
you
berries?
we can tell you where they went if you want.
We've been. Yes, that would be great as long as you don't follow us.
We're not going to follow you. Those are assholes. We don't well nothing to do with them.
Which way did they go?
Um, one of you come forward here, and I'll point out the landmarks.
We're fine where we are.
You want some
What do you,
berries? Got
honestly,
some
what do you
food.
honestly, what are you guys afraid of?
We're not afraid of anything.
Guys,
We're
all right. Well, then
mighty.
why are you acting so shy?
We're just cautious. We don't want you to get hurt.
Okay,
Oh,
well, we don't have much light now, but if you see down there where those there's a cluster of three hills.
Yes.
Okay, so they went in the south direction, a little bit to the west of those hills.
Southwest. The southwest. Southwest.
Shoot.
And I tell them the real direction, whatever
Yeah,
that
yeah,
is. I'm
yeah.
making that. Uh, those are some pretty cool outfits.
They're not outfits.
Well, they're pretty cool vestments then.
This is our
Whatever.
skin. We're hunters. No, we're hunting our prey. We have to go. And you hear them clatter, 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 buzz, 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 buzz.
These, yeah, these kids, I think, to myself.
They might be. They're not old, that's for sure.
No.
The voice sound like they might be like young
All
adult
right.
maximum.
Do you need anything?
And they go back to like clattering and buzzing in response, and you can hear them moving. Once they start moving, they're actually pretty quiet. But they're definitely going in the direction that you pointed them at.
Okay. Good luck. I might say to Mom, I say, I think, God, they act like children,
Yeah,
but they're real fighters and vicious ones too. We saw that.
my experience is lots of people act like children.
Yeah, but I mean, but these are, I don't know. It was such a strange, prevarication. It was telling an obvious fib, but I
I always heard that outside the wall, the world turned upside down.
I'm sure you know better than I do.
I haven't been outside the wall for very much. This is mostly my longest trip.
Certainly mine. Well, I'm glad they weren't here to make us trouble. I guess do you think they really believe that those are their shells?
You know, I don't know, but I can tell you that people believe some very, very interesting things.
Yeah, I guess so.
I find myself wondering with all this activity how Jawl has survived here for so long.
Yeah, we're probably, I mean, we got more lights on and probably attracting a little more attention than Jawl did by himself.
Yeah, I'm sure that's the case. Well,
Pretty
anyway,
soon he's going to have to pay taxes.
only if they extend the wall as far.
Hmm.
Hard to levy taxes on people outside of it.
The rest of the night passes uneventfully, and your duties at the archive are done. So, where are we heading next?
Elevator, I guess.
Yeah, we want to go back to the Rustbucket to do a little more exploration.
All righty, Rustbucket it is. Let's see. Is that there? Ooh, yeah, that's good. So let's see, heading back into Rustbucket right there. Yeah. Let's see where you left off there. Yeah, interesting. So let's do some procedure. How about that? This morning, the weather is you're woken up by thunder. There's a thunderstorm going on today. Can I just get everyone to roll a D100 real quick?
Uh-oh. If we get struck by lightning.
38.
That's fine.
56.
Also fine.
66.
Also fine. Great. Yeah, the weather is rough and stormy. There are lightning strikes all around, but none of them strike you as you travel into Rustbucket. As you head back into, let's see, that would be right there. Um, yeah, the place you left was with the towers with the collapsed floors that are kind of like they're where the disposables are rendering down animals.
Right.
Um, and they, even through the storm, they don't seem to even acknowledge the rain and the wind and the weather. They just are continuing on, occasionally having to stoke their fires a bit more, but still doing the taking the animals, going from pot to pot to pot. And there's a cluster of the little skittery guys, the servitors, taking, you know, taking the rendered fat down to the plaza where they are making candles, but also taking some of the like grosser remains up to where the to the northeast where the elevator strands come down. Um, would you like to head in that direction? I assume.
Yes.
Yeah. Um, there's a couple dozen of these servitors underfoot. They don't cause a lot of trouble for you, and they do clearly lead the way there. Um, and by late afternoon, you're able to reach clearly their destination. It's a huge metal platform, about 40 feet square. And there's probably 30 or so of these robos um, hauling carcasses, from whoever has brought them, whether it's other robots or the servitors, um, just piling it high with meat, old rotten meat, bones, for whatever's left. This platform is part of a larger facility. You can see that most of the buildings around it are hardened. They're plasteel, metal overgrown. And there are 4 cables that go from these outbuildings up into the clouds. It's pretty clear this is one of the anchors for Delta City, where you all originally came from, off the barge there. And it's probably also clear that this elevator goes up there. Yeah, tell me what you're interested in doing here.
Well, one of the things we're interested in is, seeing if there might be any salvage that these robos are gathering,
Mm,
sending up into the sky that we could uh, relieve them of.
yeah. How? Tell me how you're looking for that, or where you're looking for that, maybe.
We just, I guess, watching them bring things in and load, and we're not so much interested in the meat.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they're periodically they bring in other things.
Yeah. It is mostly rotten meat, animals, and some older like bodies that are beyond rotting, the
Desiccated.
desiccated and otherwise, not whole. Um, there's a large pile of them on the platform right now. Uh, kind of looking around the area, you can see that most of the outbuildings here seem to have been welded shut, the doors. But around the platform itself, there are 8 you can count as you kind of like carefully scout around, 8 of these robos who are not carrying bodies. Um, I think even the least observant will see that they are different than the kind of service robots that you've been seeing most of the way around here. Um, Most of the bots you've encountered either don't pay you any mind or defer to you somewhat. Um, and they have hands that do handy type of things. These 8 that are kind of stationed around the platform uh, have been, it looks like they've been purposely modified. Um, First of all, there are, they have swords instead of hands. Um, but the more interesting thing maybe is that it looks like they're um, whatever passes for eyes on these things have actually been removed, and they're just empty sockets on their heads. Um, and they aren't helping with the loading. They just seem to be guarding, I guess.
So they're like scanning, they're like looking around with their empty eye sockets, or
Um,
are they just standing stock still?
they're
Or
just standing like at guard attention.
do they move at all?
They have not moved yet. No.
So you're saying that the giant cords go up to the city that we actually came from.
Yeah, yeah. It's one of the anchors for Delta City.
Okay. And on Delta City, is there any common knowledge of old meat or rendered fat or whatever being used as either food or
Not that
or
you've heard. I mean, Delta City is a large place, so it's possible that you missed it, but um, yeah, it's not like a common thing that you know about.
okay. Well, so the platform is it looked like it goes up the cords at a certain point when they
Yeah,
got loaded.
yeah.
Okay. I guess somebody's got themselves a business and they know how to use them robot things.
Well, it may be supplying raw materials for tanning or something like that.
Something.
You know, there's some trades that use I don't know, certain ones that use skin.
Yeah.
Might be ones that need something from corpses. But it's just as likely that these robos are doing something that made sense at one time and no longer does.
Maybe, but if that
We have,
platform goes all the way up to the city, that suggests somebody's taking and making use of
well, city's huge,
it. Yeah.
and not all of it is, not all of it is as functional as it was when it was first constructed. I mean, look around here at this city, Rustbucket. If this were a thriving operation, that was being used, would this be a ruin? I don't know. I don't have an answer to that question. It's just
I
a
suppose
thought.
we could go back to Delta City and see if we could find this corner.
I don't think I want to do that.
Hypothetical question, Mama, just
Silver is
because
also very against that idea.
I know
Yeah,
you have some experience in tinkering and such, which I don't have.
It
I just found myself having this. My mind wanders down flights of fancy, and I just kind of wonder if, wonder if someone might be able to like tinker with one of these robots and like make it a new friend.
well, that's the kind of tinkering that I don't have experience with, but
Mm,
I know
me
that there
either.
are people who can what they call they know the words to speak to the robots to make them
Mm.
do different things.
Wish I knew more about robots.
I mean, if we the problem is it looks to me like all these robots are they're doing something intentional, and so I don't know about borrowing one of them to experiment with. We might be able to find another robot out in the rust bucket, though, that's not.
Well, and there's also these the big ones in the corners here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they look modified too. So I think somebody knows the robots.
Mm.
Um, well, they're certainly modified, if not recently, then at some point. But the eye sensors were taken out.
And they are similarly like all of these robots are still overgrown with there are plants growing out of them.
Yeah,
For quite some time, and these robots
they
are
look
similar. Yeah, they
right.
seem to have been here for quite
These
some time.
these are not well maintained
Yeah,
things. These are simply things that are incredibly durable.
I mean, I guess we could go investigate one of the ones with the eyes missing, but somebody took those eyes out.
Yeah, but what good would a robot be without eyes?
Well, there are two options. One, they took them out so they wouldn't come and attack you. Or the other option is that they have some other way of guiding them and maybe they can make them do things from the remote place.
Yeah, there must be the second one because if you just didn't want a robot to attack you, you wouldn't just take its eyes out, you'd take it apart.
and you wouldn't put source on
Otherwise, it's like,
Yeah,
it.
not put
it's
swords
like,
in
oh
there.
yeah, well, I don't want this dog to bite me, so I'll just,
Yeah.
I'll just blind it. That's like, okay, that's not going to stop the dog from biting you. I just encourage the dog to bite you.
And also strap a gun to it.
Yeah. Um, I guess the question is what's going to set off those guys with the swords.
Well,
Um,
and do we want to? What's our goal here? Because
well,
at this point,
I was hoping for some scavenge, but
there are plenty of scavenging in the rest of the rust bucket.
yeah, but if the robots are finding anything special,
They are old meat.
that's not special.
It is to
From
somebody.
Hmm, yeah, come on, Ma.
No,
You know what I'm
obviously
talking about.
somebody's got a trade going on here, or I
As
mean,
I said, or they did at one time. Maybe at one time they were husbanding meat here, and it was fresh meat being taken up to the city, and these robots just won't stop. So they are, sending all sorts of rotten old stuff up there because their instructions tell them to do it long, long after anybody had any use for it.
so I have an idea.
Okay.
Let's do some exploring and maybe get some supplies and stay in this general area and let's watch and see if the platform rises or if another platform comes down. Because if we see platforms moving up and down and the ones that come down don't have any meat on them, then somebody up there is doing something.
Yeah, or there are more robots up there that are taking the meat off.
Sure.
But yeah, let's do that. Let's go foraging and then come back and spend a little time here watching.
Ooh.
I think
And you
that's
should be
gonna
able to
settle.
see the elevator from a distance.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have a spyglass.
Yeah,
That
the
too.
spyglass.
We know.
My new favorite
Um,
thing. Saved our butts
but
multiple times.
there might be some other things we notice if we come back here and spend an hour or two just watching.
If you want to hunt and gather, you can do that into the evening.
Yep.
Do you want to, provisions, food and drink, or shelter? Who would like to roll?
Provisions, I think.
Provisions.
Visions. And are we gonna so I want to clarify something.
Hmm.
Did our whole party come out here or did we leave? So one option would be for the three
Hmm.
of us plus Silver out here and Rook and Tears
back with the library to leave it with some protection.
Mhm. I know Tyr said they were going to stay at the library.
Yeah. I mean, I think it makes sense for Rook to have stayed too, just at least since he's not here to
Yeah.
be active.
I think that makes sense. It's the three of us plus
Sure.
Silver.
Yeah. Do we want to? Are we going to camp out here tonight? Or are we going to go back to the library?
Let's camp. Well, let's. I mean,
If we camp out, we might see some other unusual things.
Mm.
it's worthwhile camping out here. Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So let's do provisions and shelter.
Cool. Someone roll a d10 for provisions and someone roll a d10 for shelter.
I got your provisions here. The 3.
A 3. Great. That will get you 2 provisions. Takes us up to 3.
Somebody rolled for shelter.
Go for it.
8.
An 8 for
Not
shelter.
pretty good.
An 8. Yeah. As you're looking around, like this area, all the buildings in this, like around the complex of this thing, are welded shut.
Right.
It would take quite some doing to get into these buildings.
So I have gear. I have salvaging gear, the tools. Can we find a smaller kind of entrance, either a window or maybe some sort of access hatch and pull that apart?
Why don't you give me a give me a mind check.
Okay.
Check your mind.
And I'm assuming I get to use my either scrounging or tinkering.
I think those are letting you roll at all, just because these are like very securely welded shut.
Gotcha. Okay, 49 is my target. See what I get. Nope.
Yeah. I mean, you do your best prying and pulling, and but whoever, like, again, these are all overgrown and clearly have been like this for quite some time.
Right.
Whoever, torturers or whoever came after them, like there are inch thick plates welded over every entrance. All the doors are, some are bricked up. It is clear that someone wanted to make sure that no one would come up here.
Right.
And since no one's also getting out, whoever's operating the elevator, if it is operational, is also like probably not a person or not a human person.
Yeah. If we want to stay out here, we can always just stay close to the elevator itself and probably won't get any trouble.
Yeah. But yeah, you can camp out in an alley somewhere. It's not safe, but you can, if you want to spend an action to do that, you can knock 2 stress off.
So, just out of curiosity, getting rid of stress is voluntary. It's like if you wanted to, you could theoretically keep it.
So basically, if you have 3 actions a day: move, scavenge, or rest. And if you want to take a rest action, that'll knock 2 stress off. If it is someplace safe, you can knock 2 more off, and if it's with someone interesting, you can change those stress to skills.
Right. So I was just saying, like, if you wanted to save it to spend it for stats later, you don't have to get rid of it.
I mean, if you rest, it knocks.
Yeah, you don't have to take the rest action.
Yeah, if you don't take the rest action, you don't knock stress off.
Interesting.
I suppose, like, if you wanted to keep your stress, you could be like, I'm just gonna stay up.
Yeah,
I'm scrolling all night.
Doom scrolling and waiting for somebody interesting to show up.
Exactly.
That's Neus' equivalent of that is just looking through a spyglass all night long.
Right.
I saw so many cool stars. A night bird in a
Night bird.
tree.
Let me roll for the morning here. The storm has given up a little bit. Overnight, like you got to see the cool lightning hitting the cables going up from a safe distance, but by morning it has turned to a light rain, just pleasantly chill and damp.
Did
Um,
the platform ever go up, or did another platform ever come down?
it has not gone up yet, but they are continuing to load it.
Okay.
And it appears to be groaning under the weight somewhat.
Okay.
Are you just gonna hang out here through the morning?
I think we should stay within visual range, but we can do some more like scrounging and see if we can find anything else.
Yeah, if you want to do another surround drill.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, remind me, like, have we tried at all to interact with the robots, to talk to them or interact anyway, or have we just generally just left them alone?
You've messed with them a little bit, the ones that were
Hunting.
hunting the crab rats and pigeons and whatnot.
Oh, that's right. I taught one how to gather more stuff.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Right. The impression we got was that as long as we didn't mess with them, they wouldn't be dangerous to us.
Yeah, they seem almost deferential to
Right. But we were hesitant to challenge whatever they were doing.
right.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll do a scrounging roll.
Cool. Provisions and food, or provisions and shelter?
Can we do provisions and stuff?
Yeah, let's do provisions and stuff. Give me one for each.
Who wants to roll what? Or do you want me just to roll both of them?
We'll both.
Go for it.
Go for it.
Okay. Stuff is a 10, so that's not so good.
Mm.
Oops. Wait. 4 for provisions.
That'll get you 2 more provisions. So that takes us up to 4, I think. Yeah. But for for such a button down, busted up place, it is surprisingly picked over. Possibly because whatever was here was sent up somehow. But you spend the day scrounging around carefully around the buildings, and so as not to disturb any of the disposables or the sorted up ones.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot here. But as night begins to fall, there is a great groaning and creaking, and you hear that like giant cable twang sound, as the platform, which is just full of rotten meat and animal carcasses, starts slowly like lurching its way up the cables into the city, or into the clouds at least.
So
Occasionally, like 1 or 2 bits and pieces will fall off the edge with a disgusting splat from however many 100 feet.
yeah. Do any of the robots go up with the platform?
They do not. No.
Okay. Sometime we might visit the city this way.
Yeah, the most filthy, disgusting way of possibly going, but sure.
That's true.
Free ride on the meat elevator.
That's why the tickets are so cheap.
Bring some meat. Yeah, but it stays up there all night.
And it was all just meat, right? As far as we could tell.
Yeah, mostly just meat and gross bits and pieces. Are we gonna hang out here to wait for it to come down?
Yep.
Sleep over?
Yeah, I'm gonna sleep over.
Great. Um, cool. The rain gives way to fog, and the morning passes more or less uneventfully. Uh, you know, you it's getting a little boring keeping watch, but eventually I think you see it first before hearing it. Um, a little bit afternoon, the platform slowly descending, jerkily down the wires, cables, and eventually it makes its way back down to the platform where there are already a few dozen of these disposables, like just waiting patiently with dead animals. And the platform returns to its spot, like with a satisfyingly deep clunk. Um, it's emptied. I mean, there's residue in a very gross way, but whatever piles of offal were sent up there have been received. And as soon as it settles back into its position, the parade starts again.
Well, that's the mystery, isn't it?
It is. Okay, well, I guess that's a dud from our standpoint.
And for the moment. So should we go exploring the Rustbucket in a more fruitful direction to see if we can find some things to acquire?
Yeah, I think so. Let's do that.
As you which direction are you gonna head? If you go north, you'll be going back to the weeds, I believe. To the east is there's a little bit to the east, but then you're gonna hit the lake. But yeah, where else do you feel like going?
I mean, I think we should go to an area that we haven't been to before. Maybe along the lake edge, just to see what that looks like.
Yeah. You want to go northeast or southeast?
Pick one.
Which, so uh, if we're, which way gives us more city to explore?
Northeast is you're gonna put you up against the north edge of the city. So if you want to keep going through the city, probably southeast.
Okay.
Yeah. And that will take you to this place. Yeah. Um, hmm. Um, so yeah, interesting. The This area of the city is kind of similarly built up and then collapsed, kind of like the towers where the rendering was happening. And so you travel for this afternoon into evening. The sun is setting behind the buildings, and there is you come up to a place where there is a bridge. This part of the city kind of there's a chasm that goes across the direction you were going to the southeast. There you can see the acid lake, to your left, uh, and to the south in this direction there's just the city falls away. It's a little bit dim because it's early evening, but you don't see a bottom. um there is this plasteel bridge across, relatively narrow. um you could probably walk two abreast on it. um it's kind of, you can tell it's kind of like built out, kind of telescoped, as if it like retracts into either side. um but the thing that is most urgent, I think, uh, is that at either end of the bridge and also in the middle, there are turrets, um, round turrets on little buildings with two barrels coming out of them that before you see them, whir and swing in your direction. They are pointed at you before you even see them.
Hit the deck.
They don't seem to do anything yet.
That's good.
And from the west, you hear the distinctive clack on metal and concrete of a pack squab kind of clunking your way. What would you like to do?
So there's this bridge thing to the east with turrets.
The bridge is kind of going south-ish. The lake
South-ish.
is to your east, and the pack squab is coming from your right.
Well, I guess I'm interested in the pack squab and anyone who may be with it, and getting a little further away from these turrets.
Out of the quickly fading light, the sun is setting behind them. Is a trader coming on their pack squab. It's a different one, and they are you like you said you hit the deck? Are you kind of like on the ground trying to avoid the turrets, or what's y'all's
Well, once
position?
it's clear they're not opening up on it, I'm going to get back to my feet.
Yeah.
And we're just going to keep a wary eye on them. But let's talk to the trader.
Yeah.
Which direction was the trader coming from?
From the west, like they came from wherever is that direction.
Yeah.
Weed wise.
The direction of the wall and stuff.
I don't think you've met Lumi yet. They move awfully slow, and she gives you a kind of lugubrious wave as she approaches you and the bridge, and the turrets swing towards her and her pack squab. But she just keeps coming.
May the peace of the road be with you.
Oh, you too. You have anything? Travelers need anything?
Oh, always and always.
Well, I got some provisions, got some books. What do you like? And as she kind of gets closer enough to you to sort of begin this conversation in earnest, you hear click, 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 click from the turrets. And she's just like, don't mind them. They ran out long before any of us were born.
Good to know.
What's on the other side of the bridge?
There's more city, I suppose. I think the snake station's, well, south there somewhere, west. You get turned around so easy in here. It's nearby. Oregano, a little bit off his rocker though, so I don't know that I'd go visiting anytime soon.
What kind of books do you got?
Oh, your book liker?
I can read.
I mean, they're oldish. They're a little fantastic, a little romantic. Probably could find something you're interested in.
I might know somebody who'd be really interested in trading you for those books.
Oh, really?
You've been there's a friend of ours named Jal back way. Collects them.
Oh, book collector.
Give him a good home.
Maybe I'll swing by Jaw's way. You're awful far out. Are you looking for anything in particular?
Whatever we can get.
Click, 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 click. Well,
I am looking for this farmling. I don't suppose you've seen them.
let me make a roll. What's their name?
Good question. Do I know? I guess I would know their name.
You would know their name, yeah.
Yeah. We disappeared farmling. Yeah. I don't remember where the name list is. I don't remember what names are in this.
I can give you a random name if you want.
Sure, give me a random name.
Tooth the Clown.
The farmerling. Tooth the clown, the farmerling.
Mhm.
Love it.
Really, a lot of them have nicknames.
Yeah.
Ah, I'm told it's Tooth the clown, farmerling in Thickwood.
Yeah. They look familiar.
Really?
Good. Yeah. I think I dropped they traded me some scrap for some provisions. Heading up, you said, into the wood. They were up by I mean, if you skirt around the feeding grounds, you can get there.
How
There's
long ago was it you traded with them?
a couple weeks ago, maybe.
Good to know.
It said they're looking for a magic pond, magic pool in the woods.
Hmm. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, they had chalk to trade. And I said they'd better get rid of it before they head up to Imago country, but they were adamant about keeping a hold of it. They said they needed it.
Well, I hope they hadn't become Imago dinner.
Well, some days you get the Imago.
Mostly not, though. What else do you have to trade?
Let me give you a list. It is Lumi the Sloth, hanging shower, some old books, some provisions, a tent, and a sense recorder.
Oh, what's that? I say, pointing to the recorder.
That's a great question. Let me see
Intriguing indeed.
first. They got 5 provisions if you want to trade for those. Let me see if I can find more information about a sense recorder.
Loomy the Sloth.
Recorder. A sense recorder. Yeah. I imagine it is like, yeah. It's like a video camera, basically. A little bit magic. Probably has like a small chalk battery in it.
What do you want for that?
Well, put what you got on the table, I suppose.
Didn't bring everything with us.
Any
But
interest in a bag of marbles?
Mm, I'll take 2 bags of marbles.
I'll have one.
How much space do books take up? Like, is it a slot per book or a slot per 10 books? Or sort of is.
A lot per stack of books.
So maybe we should procure these for Joel. I mean, everything Lumi has is intriguing. It's all hanging shower.
yeah,
That'd be handy.
I
Partial
have
tent.
how
I can
about
tell you
some
right now, you
plasteel,
can
I
use a
say.
shower.
How about some plasteel? We could all use a shower right now, but
Yeah.
that doesn't mean we want to buy it. How about some plasteel, I say?
Oh, sure. You got parts. I'll take parts.
Yeah.
They always go over nice. I'll trade you some parts for that.
For what was that? Just for a sense recorder, or for?
Yeah. Anything else?
Oh, what could I get for a broken pocket watch and a gold chain?
Oh, I mean, you can get some provisions for that, or the shower, tent.
Hmm.
It's pretty nice. Probably fix it up.
So just any one of those things for that?
Yeah. Throw in those marbles, and I'd even give you the recorder for those.
No, that's a
So you're saying the marbles and the plasteel or the watch,
Marbles and the watch.
and you give us
the recorder and some provisions.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
what do we want? Provisions or do we want the tent?
Man, that tent seems pretty sweet. Hard shell.
Keep you safe at night, most likely.
I mean, I'm torn because I really like everything Lumi's got here.
Click, 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 click.
Well, it is a deal, and then you can pick out which one you want.
Yeah.
Well, and we do have the plasteel too. So marbles, plasteel, and gold watch. How much that get us?
Marbles, plasteel, and gold. Well, I mean, that'll get you three things off this list, I think. Or one, one for one. I think we'll do at this point. She's a ways out. I think plasteel is a good trade.
So should we do obviously the sense recorder?
Yeah.
Do we want to try the books or the tent? I mean, we have some provisions.
Yeah, that seems the least interesting. We may regret that later, but
Right. Yeah. At the moment, it's not the most
exactly.
interesting.
I mean, maybe I'm tempted to get the books for Jaw, but then I'm also tempted to say Jaw can trade for his own books.
Yeah. Well, how about I pick the books, you pick your tent, and Stormy gets the recorder.
That's good.
Mom is willing to, and then I will take off the marbles.
I'll replace my watch with a hard shell dent.
Oh.
And just as an accounting thing, I have a slot with domestic salvage from Rustbucket. I think I would have left that with the library.
Yeah.
Because it's probably stuff that would have been good at the library.
Great. Good doing business with you.
Pleasure, Lumi.
They slowly make their way across the bridge, heading south.
The turrets fire air at them.
Yep, and they follow the click, 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 follow the pack logic, clicking away.
If we were crueler individuals, we could give someone a real bad day by trying to load those turrets up with something.
Probably good.
So true.
Someone who's like, "Don't worry, they're unloaded." Oh Jesus, rocks!
Awfully expensive practical joke. Let's get those things to fire anything at this point.
And then they'd probably fire them at us if we were close enough to load them.
True.
Yeah, the moment you turn your back on the turret,
yeah, put a rock in it, bam, ow, god damn it.
Works.
It works. It is nighttime. Do you all want to camp out here?
I guess so. I don't want to travel at night.
Yeah, that's fair. Y'all can squeeze into that tent probably.
Mama's gonna go investigate the turret.
Oh yeah, I mean the turret's just it is it is guns. It is still working somehow.
Yeah.
And it
I
does
mean,
not stop firing at you as you
props
approach.
to that turret that is just still operational after all this time of dry
Well, it is.
firing over.
Let me take a look at it with you, Mama, because if uh, a a couple of small bore cannons, if we can scrounge or make ammunition for it, it's just the kind of defenses the library could use.
Yeah. Yeah, she's gonna start trying to go like find a service hatch and see if she can get in.
Oh. So they're a little bit elevated. Let's have you make a body check to get there.
Oh,
Can I make a speed check to climb?
Strength check. Yeah.
Can I make a speed check to climb? Speed's
Um,
kind of athletics, isn't it?
I think it's gonna be strength because this is more like physical.
I don't know, except some of the best climbers I know are not strong. They're little bitty people.
Yes, speed is usually more like sneaky stuff or
Oh, okay.
the
Fine.
reflexes. Yeah.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna try strength. 16, I made it.
16. Woo! That's a
Mama
good
likes
climb.
stuff.
Yeah. So not to just roll, but let's get your tinkering check on there. That's me tinkering in mind. So that's looking for a 49 or less on 2 rolls.
Yep. Not that one. Two.
Hey, yeah. So you're able to jam some of your tools in there to stop it from rotating as you're trying to get it there. It is buttoned down pretty tight. It's probably, it's clear why it is still working after again, probably centuries. But you got a little trick. What do you do to like get in there and pop it open?
Let me think this through. Uh, so she is actually going to, she climbs up, opens up the service hatch, manages to get that open, sees how it's arranged, and then she realizes that she should climb back down. So she climbs back down, looks around the base, and she looks for uh, a plate down on the ground, which if you open it up, it connects to the power source.
Ah,
And she goes down, disconnects the power source, and then she is able to climb back up and use her tools to override the now disabled turret.
yeah.
Get in.
I think with a 2, you're gonna be able to take some salvage from the gun itself. I think the mechanisms are the parts that are going to be most easily plottable. So you can get some.
How big are the actual gun barrels?
I mean, they're like 50 caliber kind of.
Okay, so that's portable.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
portable.
not the whole cannon, but we could get
Yeah.
the firing mechanism.
Yeah,
And
you can take like one chunk of salvage off that, and I think you can also salvage that power core. That's a medium sized like chalk power core.
Oh, okay. Can we get a complete gun that we could use, or
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
it's
not right
unlikely
now.
you could make that gun work all like it would take some like taking the entire thing apart and moving it and reassembling it in the right way.
Right.
And it is, torturer tech, so that would be some doing. But salvage wise, not a problem.
Okay. So
Yeah, and take yourself a little chalk power core too, as well. That'll be useful for something.
yeah, she's gonna hand the chalk power core to Stormy.
Okay, I'll make it comment down.
I think we can let the sun set on that, and we'll draw to a close as the acid lake laps peacefully in the distance.
Yeah, the lovely acid lake.
The beautiful sunset over the acid lake. The sun probably sets in the other direction, but
It does, yeah. Awesome, cool. Let's go ahead and do some stars and wishes, and we'll just go left to right. So that looks like it's gonna be Heath first.
Yeah, my stars for a little trio team is was some fun adventuring, and my brain wasn't working too well tonight, so I appreciate all the help, ideas. Uh, yeah, just fun playing with y'all. Wishes, wishes. Starting to just now hopefully be getting a general more hang of the game and of my character. I think I'm just overthink things, and it's like it's all probably just fine. But like I started thinking like in the last game we played, I had I seemingly just like latch onto a thing because
Mhm.
at the beginning of your journey, character, you don't have a lot to go on. So you're like, oh, my background said I was this, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna latch on that. So before we had a bean farmer, and I feel like this guy, he's like, oh, he's looking for his farmerling. That's his thing. But which again, probably fine, but also always looking for ways to. I still haven't completely figured out who I am yet.
Mhm.
Still exploring that. So yeah, just getting more of a hang on who am I exactly, other than a sellsword looking for Tooth to clown the farmerling. But again, it's always fun to discover that organically as we play and figure it out.
Yeah, and I have a location for you to go to now. So that's there we go. Cool. Write that down.
That's it.
Tooth the clown. Right. Thank you, Brandon.
yeah. No, I had a nice time tonight. Liked Neus's inspired lying, to the to Tourmaline or whatever that guard commander's name was.
Sapphire, I think it was. Yeah.
Sapphire. Sorry, I remembered a gemstone at least. Um, and I like Momma and my kind of bantering around issues, trying to figure out what to do. Um, the yeah, the encounter with the deserters was interesting. And it tells something about this party. What a bunch of softies we are. Um, and the encounter with the angry Imago Shell people, whose name again I forget.
Oscars. Yeah.
Yeah, and their bizarre attitudes. It's like you're obviously not. Those obviously aren't your skins. So why are you saying that they are? But I didn't push that. I just went, okay. There are
They're
some
very committed.
people in
Committed
the
to the bit.
wastes are loopy. That's fine. Um, and so yeah, that was all great. So those are my stars.
Cool. Any wishes?
Um, yeah. Um, it was interesting. I got the question asked. It's like, well, where are you going?
Mm-hmm.
And I realized that I don't know where Stormy's going. Stormy was kind of running from. Um, she hasn't had much of an idea as to where to go to.
Mm.
And of course, that she has a whole bunch of backstory that nobody knows. As I've been dropping a little hint.
And Silver is just trying to stay unfound.
Yeah, no, I mean that's clearly a priority, but um, we should go to someplace and not just away from someplace.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you. And
Anyway, so any direction in that regard would be cool.
Direction is the wish. Great. Teal.
Yeah. I love watching all the different characters do their things, and it's the situation with the with Sapphire and the and the cards at the library was very interesting because it's like he presented a good, credible explanation, and then they're like, "Oh, yeah, we should take over here." You're in an impossible situation. You're like, no, 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 really, it's bad here. Bad, bad, bad.
This place is shitty. Go away.
Exactly. Yeah. But it's one of the things I find interesting about this game is combat is dangerous enough that we're being very careful about it. But then that puts us in the position of trying to figure out the mindset of whoever we encounter. And you're doing a good job of having different, people in with very different circumstances and different emotions and whatever. And so it's this constant sort of, now how do we approach this group or this individual to have a good experience, something that we want to see happen.
Yeah.
And the game's turning out to be very psychological so far, which I think is really interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been interesting because most of the encounters I've rolled have been like, here's 15 guys. It's just like, here's one guy that you could possibly fight, maybe.
Right.
Well, I thought the exact same thing as you're saying with the Imago too. It's like, here's a swarm of full-grown Imago. It's like, okay, well, we're not fighting those. That's not happening. Not. So what do we do?
Yeah. So as far as wishes go, Mama's got lots to do in this area. So if it turns out that she wants to stay and everybody else wants to go, I might roll a new character up. But the two storylines I find, besides just us being here, that I find really interesting are one, Silver and Stormy. Like I'm really curious to see what Silver's actually, like where is Silver actually going to go? Because that has ties back to all sorts of trouble. And then Tooth the what was it? Tooth the clown. Eventually, I think we should go try and find Tooth the clown because
Tooth the clown, the farmerling.
Yeah.
Well, but that's not his name. He just happens to be a farmerling.
Yeah. But also he's trying to find a magical pool, which is in of itself interesting too. And I mean, that sounds like that's heading towards much more danger. But it sounds like an interesting goal. Although, like I said, Mama's pretty happy with the library and with all the salvage in the Rustbucket. So,
cool. Was that it for wishes?
Yep.
Sweet. Yeah, I had a great time. Do it. But it feels really weird, but there's random tables for weather and encounters and whatnot that you roll as you come up. But last time I was like, okay, we're gonna spend a week at this place, so I'm just gonna roll all the encounters at once. And I had such resistance to doing that instead of doing them as they happened, even though it's identical. But it was
Well, it's
interesting to
not.
see oh, there's almost a little arc here happening, which was interesting.
Right.
Yeah, so that was a fun discovery. It's like I could just roll 30 encounters and just go down the list. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, going back to the Rust Bucket's fun. Y'all are close to some real weird shit, so I'm excited to see if you'll run into that. Yeah, just happy to flow with the weirdness. Good time.
Yeah. I will say, I'm always keeping an eye out for mystical events and mystical areas
Yeah, yeah,
because I think that's a way to add new layers to the situation.
yeah, for
That
sure.
was one reason why the wanderlings, Mama was she wanted to take care of their needs
Mm,
because she's very keen to stay in good graces with the
the
creatures
slip.
with the slip. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, there are plenty more slip things around. So,
Yeah.
cool. Anything else before we shut it down? Awesome. Cool. Goodbye, anyone who was watching. Thank you.